the first week of a listing? Like, what is your strategy for most sellers? Because everybody's a little different, but most sellers are going to want their home to be shown.
Yeah, I always recommend open houses. It brings people in who maybe wouldn't have stopped by. They're kind of out and about, whatever, and maybe it grabs a person who wasn't necessarily looking in that neighborhood or in this particular area. But are we doing it the first weekend? It's going to depend on when we list the home.
Okay.
If we list it on Friday, we're not going to do it the
Oh,
first
really?
weekend. Yeah,
Really?
in my opinion, because then that gives me a day to market it.
That's true. But it does hit the market hard that beginning because
Yeah,
everybody kind of
that's
sees it.
true. That's true. And I definitely see both sides of it.
I try and list on Wednesdays
Yeah.
because then we get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'll do the open house that Sunday. It is tough to do an open house on a Friday. So like if I put it on a Friday, I like to do a broker open the next Thursday and then a public open that Sunday.
So the Sunday, 2 days after you list it.
No, the next
9 days.
the next week, 9 days.
Right.
Because that'll give it time for the people who want to see it right away get into it. It'll let it percolate through the system, and then the broker open house is to generate their buyers to come to my open house on Sunday, so they don't have the time to show them. They're there, they're with me.
Yep.
They know that I'm not gonna try and take their buyer from them or anything
Right.
like that.
Right.
And they're gonna be like, oh, my agent was at the broker open house, and I'm like, oh, fantastic. And they know me now. They know their agent. They feel comfortable. They make an offer. We wrap
So
up.
you're saying that if you list it later in the week, then you are going to wait until the following weekend. Yeah, that's how I feel too. That gives you more time to market it because especially if it's an occupied home, nothing worse than holding an open house that no one shows up to, kicking them out for 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, I like to have at least a few days to do some marketing for the open house
Yeah,
ahead
it
of
has to
time.
be. I can't list it any later than Wednesday if they want it in the same week.
I agree with that.
Just because you
Yeah.
need 4 or 5 days. Because you're gonna run Facebook ads, you're gonna run Instagram ads, you're gonna put it on YouTube, you're gonna pay all this money for Google to find people to watch your videos and stuff like that. And like then you need to garner that interest from the walk through the door.
Yep.
Like, will people walk through the door if you do it 2 days later? Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Because they're like, oh, we can just get in there in 2 days. But the other flip side of that is how many people do you want walking through? So last open house I did, back-to-back open houses, we had 15 to 20 groups come through, so that's like 40 or 50 people come through both times. Why? We had a week of marketing, we had 7 to 10 days of Facebook ads and Google ads,